So, Lil Boosie gets granted bail today. Ladies and gentlemen, Boosie Boo, the rapper, the Louisiana legend, the underground to uptown team and king, team leader that is, and rest in peace to educational purpose, Mr. Pimp C. He's also Trill Entertainment's face once upon a time ago, but Boosie was granted bail. We're going to talk about that. We're going to show some receipts and get in tune with that. What I need y'all to do right now for us is hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and thank you for rocking out with the Ismokehiphoplive movement. So Boosie Boo got a lot of situations going on with this situation. We know Wack 100 called out the cameraman on this video that you're watching here. Wack 100 accused the cameraman of being a educational purpose CI, you feel me, an informant, basically working against the likes of Boosie and to bring him down. I don't want to argue against that. Some of those points make sense. If you look at the time he was in San Diego, the feds knew to pay attention to this particular live stream because this was deleted. So how did they find it and obtain it? But other people screenshot and recorded it as well. You can look at it on that note. But you know, the gentleman was trying to defend himself and the claims of the body bag situation, and we wanted to tell y'all they were trying to get Boosie on a RICO, but it won't work. If you think about that part, won't work unless Boosie doing other things we don't know about. But if they're just going off this weapon situation, he has said over and over that he don't mess with gang stuff. You can't even be around him if you're in a gang. They want Boosie though, so you already know they're gonna look at other things he said in the past and said so things, that is. Now when we're getting in tune with Boosie, he put it out there on a post, and shout out to DJ Academics for that post. The post went specifically into exactly what a lot of people were saying was going to happen if they didn't have substantial peace. Now the label mates and associates of Lil Boosie, of his Real Badass Syndicate record label, that is, they posted our CEO got bond, and you could tell they're jubilant. They're excited because he is the bag, and I think IE protects the bag means a lot more than just protecting the bag. Hey, basically mean protect your salary, protect your foundation, even though family and loyalty, everything is needed, but these are things that can crumble an empire when the face gets, you know, shackled up in this unfortunate, you know, predicament he's in. Now, San Diego, Louisiana rapper Boosie Badazz, who was arrested in San Diego last month for allegedly basically being a felon in a possession of a weapon. Now, we know that didn't go too smooth for certain other people involved, but this case started being looked as who snitched on Boosie. I don't know. I don't like putting jackets on people randomly, things that we can't prove. It gets a little bit uneasy when we do it like that just to say they're rats. But he was granted bail this Tuesday. The 40-year-old rapper, whose real name is Torrance Ivy Hatch Jr., was initially charged by state prosecutors following his May 6 arrest during a traffic stop in Shallows Views neighborhood. Now, we know Boosie went to trial with that situation, and he basically won because they dismissed it. But before even making it to the parking lot, federal agents came through and they put the shackles on Boosie Boo. I mean, I ain't even try to sound like a bar just now, but those are bars, my G. But let's continue. Now, we know he went to film this music video that we were looking at, the one with the red pants, and during this video was when they pinpointed the weapon that was behind his pants. Now, according to one of his attorneys, Megan Blanco, Hatch was prepared to plead guilty in the state's case and was expected to be sentenced to probation. However, the state case was dismissed following a court appearance last week. Hatch was arrested on newly filed federal charges. He has remained in custody since then. As a federal prosecutor stated, they need additional time to prepare for a hearing regarding Hatch's detention status. Now, you guys already know where this is going with. They're basically saying, look, we got enough things on him. We just gotta go through proper protocol and procedures to run forward with this. So even though Boosie was granted bond, I think people still need to be screaming free Boosie, because it ain't over yet at all. Like, that's sometimes a situation where they didn't have their priorities intact to where they could deny him a bond based on the evidence that the judge looked at. Like, we're gonna give this man a bond, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything yet. Now on Tuesday, U.S. Magistrate Judge Allison Goddard granted Hatch bail, and if released, he will have to follow several conditions, including no travel outside of the United States. Hatch is expected to appear in federal court next week for another hearing in a case. I mean, this keeps going, you know, a little bit worse for Boosie, but in a nutshell, I think you can look at this as a win right here. If I'm anybody but Boosie, you're gonna look at it as something bad. But if you're Boosie Boo, getting a bond is the first step. Now, Assistant U.S. Attorney Sandra Callahan argued in court that Hatch presented a danger to the community and was a flight risk, while Blanco argued her client was compliant with all state court conditions and made all court appearances while out of custody. Callahan also said that on May 6, Hatch was seen in an Instagram live video with a gun on his waistband, basically reverting and going back to this video here. Now, when they were speaking about that, they said one of those guns matched the one seen in the Instagram video, he alleged. Now, what they're talking about is the FBI zooms in on any situation. Social media, just know they zoom all the way in. If you have money you're flashing, they already looked at all the serial numbers and codes and dashes or whatever, encryptions on these things, just to get full spec of, did you steal it, did you rob it? I mean, welcome to new technology. If you in 2023, you're getting on social media doing certain things, you might as well have a big sign and say, come and get me. Now, the prosecutor said officers found 2 guns in the SUV, one in a security guard's bag and one on the seat between Hatch and the guard. Now, bloggers were exaggerating and saying Boosie was referencing to he's gonna put the security guard in a body bag. That's not the case at all. One thing about me being a journalist, we get the facts straight. They were referring to alleged said so weapons, you know, i.e. guns. They were talking about that in the bags, not body bags like that. But let's fast forward. Now, he also claimed an officer overheard Hatch threatening the security guard for not taking the blame for the guns. Callahan alleged Hatch told the guards, you're gonna be in a body bag, but that was not the case at all. So if they're running with that, they better have more substantial evidence than just that alone. Now, the prosecutor described the incident as a well thought out plan to arm himself and hide the truth from law enforcement. Now, they played an audio recording in court of Lil Boosie reportedly telling officers that the gun belonged to a security guard and had he only had the gun in his waistband for the music video he was shooting. So they tried to use the, you know, whole recording filming thing as the reason why he had that weapon, because, you know, listen, feds look at everything, so they couldn't go with the fake gun claim. If anybody's saying, why didn't they just say that? Now, his detention hearing cost him $160,000. That's what they're saying. Damn, they're already charging already in the feds. Boosie gonna have to perform a lot of concerts and have motion come his way, because them folks is not playing, as you can see right here. They're trying to get him out the way. Now, they're saying he would have made through performances and other work obligations over the weekend. So just this past weekend alone, he lost $160,000. And he said it's outrageous that the government decided to swoop. That's his attorney speaking. They said it's outrageous that the government decided to swoop on that day that he was going to enter a plea for probation, pull him in federally, detain him, and then announce inability to move forward with their detention hearing, knowing what he had scheduled the following weekend, she said. So yeah, man, they're trying to get Boosie Boo out the way. They could give a damn about his situations, man, whether you think it's outrageous or not. When you're on camera with certain things by the loss of these lands, I guess they have the right to exhibit what they're going to display in court. And I guess Boosie would have to have a strong situation with his counselors to prove his side. Look, man, all best wishes to Lil Boosie. Keep your head up. You're a great father. Unfortunately, you had to spend Father's Day locked up. But you know, we know what comes with the reality of life and the things we choose to do and how we choose to live. Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of Ismokehiphoplive. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that notification bell, come back for more videos and update. Peace.
I smoke G Mike with the magic. He my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady. I'm on high shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes. It's the stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back. Extra swag, 90210. You know I'm from the roads. Rock and roll, I'm motherfucking locked there. With the sack, 3 for sale. Yeah, I'm on that Adderall, can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. Set on feelings on my shirt.